Hello. I like how it's demanding that I invite friends. Like it doesn't clearly know that I don't have any. My name will be Drug Dealer. The H is silent. I see that I already, to start with, have access to drug technology. You know how in commercials they always say like technology everything? Like the new vegan technology. Our new carbon fiber rotational technology. Do you think they do that for like, do you think drug dealers do that for drugs too? It's like, oh yeah, man, it's the latest in cocaine technology. Harvest plant. Oh, wow, it's interactive. It's like a Mario Party game. Oh my word. The interactiveness of this is kind of crazy, actually. Can I do like a toss? Wait, it has, why is there a Z axis? I think I've ruined everything. Just stick to the X and Y. I know we live in a world where the Z-axis exists, like there is a 3D plane, but I don't do well with that to begin with. Standard marijuana. I like how at the top they have like the layman term OG Kush, and then below you have like the scientific term standard marijuana. Okay, what is this though? Oh my word, this is so stupid. Games don't do this enough anymore, where you just, the most basic actions, you have to fulfill some task that a toddler could do, but somehow it just feels satisfying to do that. Andy, Doug, Joe. Yeah, you can tell these are customers for sure. Hello, I'm after 2X OG Kush. I can pay $60. Yep. I'll meet you behind the gas station between 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. Is he just gonna wait there the whole time? How desperate are you for OG Kush, man? Do I actually get to drive? Oh my word, I do. Population 47. That is... Why even put up a sign at that point? Hey dude, you look... you look like you... I can tell why you're waiting all day for this. Yeah, now he's happy. He's just doing it right here. Man, that is some desperation right there. I hate all the weird names that they come up with for this stuff. OG Kush is just such an unpleasant name. That's so gross sounding. Why would you want to consume something that's called that? There's so many of them too. Like, I don't know all the names, but they're like... There's like Crank and Drim Dram and Crimbo and I don't know, dude. There's just too many. No stamina bar. Already better than most of Souls-likes. I feel like this is not as inconspicuous as they're trying to make it, because these three people is like 5% of the entire town. I obviously do not partake of the drug. I do not support the unlegal drug. But if there was a world in which I were in charge of, for some reason, the naming of drugs, I would name them by their effect to make things straightforward. So marijuana would be renamed to 9 times calming, 1 times soul-crushing paranoia. LSD would be renamed to I don't know where I am in space and time. And mushrooms would we'd just probably keep them mushrooms, because then we might get some of the market share of real mushrooms if we confuse people with that. This is like a house flipper UI. Talk to the contact at the hotel. There's a hotel in the middle of a 46 occupant town. Body search. The officer will search. Is this an officer? Find your clue. Dude, how have you not caught the one drug dealer in the town? They're literally so far. I think 20% of the town is in on this. You can see me holding it in my hands right now. All right, good day's work. Imagine not catching the guy whose name is Drug Dealer in a town of 46 people. I wonder who's dealing. Dude, these are some lo-fi tunes to deal drugs to. I bet that's a real YouTube video. Wait, did the police officer didn't care? He saw the seeds. Does he not know what weed seeds look like? It has a weed symbol on it. It says OG Kush on the label. He saw this. Oh yeah, you gotta manually put the soil over. I love that kind of stuff. Well, they finally caught on. I schedule. Main character of every shonen. This is not someone you want to see. Well, I never learned color theory. What goes with blue? I don't think orange, I'm gonna say, is not. I feel like when I look at colors, I just don't understand how they work. Like, how am I supposed to know if purple and blue go together? Whatever, he's just gonna have a hideous black t-shirt. That is a hideous character, I have to say. Wow, just same setup, huh? Didn't really learn much. Are you... Is this allowed? This seems like it would be private property of the city. How did you get the zoning ordinance for this? Also, I was thinking about it. If there's OG drugs, OG Kush, does that mean that there's new too? There's like new marijuana. Huh? Yeah, okay then. That's just awesome. TBB. Well, you kind of put too many B's on there, so I can tell that they're not very literate. The Benzies family. Very, very inconspicuous name. I don't trust Randy. Use TV. Egg run. This honestly makes perfect sense. What's going on down there? What's going on down below the egg there? I don't really think that was a necessary addition. This is riveting gameplay. I have died. Is that former President U.S. Nixon? I am not a crook. You know, I was thinking about it. If you had Nixon in the modern day, he probably could have gotten away with it, right? If he filmed himself with a ukulele after that, I feel like he could get away pretty easily in the modern era. People would forget within the month. Cash for trash. If I put trash in here, I get money?
I think that's just gobbledygook. None of that is real.
Yeah, my immersion is now broken. I made $8 off that. Honestly, that is just so unnecessary that you would paint that. So childish. What work are you in? Drug dealer. How much is one can worth? Dude, some sodas cost less than $2. Actually, hold on. I gotta test something. $2 Coke. Literal infinite money glitch. And by that I mean infinite Coke glitch, because you make the same amount back. But I will build no dynasty. I will consume corporate... Okay. Dude, freaking... I'm so tired of the anti-corporate messaging. I understand that corporations are bad, and I hate them too. But just saying that they're bad doesn't do anything. It's like, I'm so cool, I know corporations are bad. Everybody knows corporations are bad. You have to actually come up with a solution to be cool. And don't act like the spray paint you bought to make that thing on the ground is literally not made by a corporation, by the way. You will be arrested. Well, how do I... where... It says to go in the house. I can't go in the house. Get inside the trash can until I figure this out. Hold on. Why is it telling me to put the grow tent inside of this person's house? Whatever. I'm leaving. I have no idea. I got lost instantly. Instantaneous when the motel was out of my sight. I had no idea where it was after that. I must stay warm by the fire. I feel like I have that thing where, you know how babies, if you hide your face, they don't always know that you're there? You can play, that's why like peekaboo is a thing. I feel like I have that. If I turn towards someone and then turn away from them, I no longer know where they are in space and time. Even though I know that they were just right behind me a second ago, it's like it's gone from my brain now. Motel. So that's why they have the big letters on a motel. It's so that people who are lost can find their way. It's like a big beacon of light. I put it in the house. Why did it tell me to go over to the area over there then? Hello, our mutual friend has asked me to help you acquire some marijuana seeds. This guy like the nerd of the drug world? I think I can give you 3.2 kilos. So what was with that weird marker thing? Was it just trying to get me to break into some guy's house? You know, that would actually be funny if there was a game where like the in-game journal and tooltip thing was leading you astray and trying to get you to do things that you shouldn't be doing. And it's like, it's you fighting your own, the voices in your head. Taco Ticklers. That is not a place I want to go to. Wait, can I do basketball? I knew I'd be good at basketball. Okay. Riveting. I can use my speed grow. Am I supposed to be using this much speed grow? This seems like a lot. Oh, wow. They, you know, they weren't kidding about the whole speed grow thing. Little parkour action. That's a speedrunner tech. I'm going to mark that down. Not sure why you have a packaging station. Like, that's a normal thing. Is that a normal thing? Do people have packaging stations in their, like, garage? What would you be packaging? If not the Kush? You know, I think this naming scheme is actually working because I hate the name OG Kush, but I can't stop saying it. Maybe that it's like it reflects the addictiveness of drugs in that the name is also addictive in a way. It's like a metaphor. Casino. Yeah, I'm sure that gets a lot of wayward souls. I can't wait to play craps with a 0.0001% return on investment chance. I think if I was going to name a drug, it would be called the Kris Kringler. It'd be like a slang thing where when you're like on the stuff, you can say that you're kringled. Oh, I'm kringled up right now, bro. That is a bad parking job, dude. Where are you parking? This guy's on something right now. He's a potential client with that driving skill. What are you doing, dude? Oh my word. What is wrong with you? He gave up. It's like he's so out of his mind that he crashed and he's like, oh, this is too much. I'm just gonna sit here till someone comes gets me. Dude, the wheel is like so far away. I think I'll just take a $5. Did you feel that? There's like I think there might have been like a bump in the road or something, man. Are we still moving? Cars don't drive very fast here, do they? Can I take a ride? What? I didn't do anything. Not my fault. How much money do I make for a full bag? Oh my word. I need to change my career to garbage man. Why is it there's like detective music in the background? Do you hear this? It's like is there a mystery out there? Little did he know that this would be the start of the end. I'm a level 2 street rat now. I've literally never even gotten to level 2 street rat in real life before, so this is new for me. What do you have under your eyes? Frequently sleepy. That is so edgy. I just hate seeing taco ticklers come up as like a freaking PA or whatever it's called. I don't know. I have no idea where anything is. I'm just gonna run around. Why did they have to put this in the crux of the area? Oh, this is I literally passed the hardware store. As much as I hate to admit it, I only realized I passed it because of this landmark. That is so frustrating. So where is from here? The motel is just straight and then to the side. We made that so complicated. And I don't know why I said we. It's me. You have no control over my actions. Is that a pumpkin spice latte? That was a stupid joke. That was dumb. Brad. You got a nice setup here, dude. I don't know why they allow this. This seems kind of dangerous, but whatever. Wait, can I ride on this? Actually, why am I trying? That seems very insensitive. I'm sorry that I tried to do that. I don't know why I tried to do that. Why it doesn't even fit in the... I'm quickly realizing that this is like probably 30 times more insensitive than the other thing that I did, so just kind of digging myself deeper and deeper into a hole here. You know what I was thinking about? I once did a Dark Souls 3 level 1 run. Humble brag, I know. Just be quiet. That's not the point of the story. In a level 1 run, you kind of just suck at everything. Like, you already feel that way when playing a lot of Souls games, but you literally are just a pathetic, worthless piece of trash. And I was thinking, what would it be like to have a Souls level 1 run equivalent, but like in real life. Like you are just born without the capability to increase your skill in any capacity. Like you never can learn to tie your shoes ever. And I'm sure there are people who don't know how to tie their shoes. I'm not saying that makes you a level 1 runner in real life. I'm saying that's like one of many things. Or like you like can't even determine where you are. Your 3D processing is so bad that you just don't know where you are in space and time. You are so bad with directions that you get lost like walking in your own home. You have no memory. You like can't remember when anything is. You know, aside from the first one, I'm quickly beginning to realize that I'm just describing myself, which is just a real feel-good moment, honestly. I'm so glad to realize that my life is just a Souls level 1 run. That's really cool. Maybe that's why I identified with the Souls level 1 run so much. It was because like it was a reflection of my own life. Pong. Why am I playing Pong? What am I doing? I kind of was zoning out doing this. So I was thinking, how could I say that I'm like in the zone, but in drug terminology? And I did think of something, but then I realized that I would be saying I'm in the Kush zone, which I didn't really want to say out loud. I guess I just did, but know that that was just like an informational way of saying that. I wasn't trying to actually make that as a real joke. That was not a real... That was just informational. What is that ringtone? Wait, is that my... I thought that was a ringtone. That's the music. The music just comes in at such weird times. Offer free samples to potential customers. Wait, hold on. Come here, dude. Do you want some marijuana? Hey, buddy. I got some really good stuff. Where are you going? No, thanks. What the heck? That was 75%. Hey. That was 75% odds, lady. You better... Next time you better watch out. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I love Mitsubishi. Yeah, you might not want to tell that to the NASCAR fan base. Do you ever get that thing where when you're driving behind or like near a police officer, you just get nervous for no reason? Like you're not actually doing anything. There's nothing wrong. But you're just like in the back of your mind, you're like, what if I'm just bad in some way? What if I went like 2 miles above or below the speed limit? What if my windshield coating isn't up to snuff? OG Kush is on the market. What would be the term for like the Kris Kringler? Kris Kringle is coming to town. Blitzen has some Kringler en route. Oh, this is a police officer. What am I doing? What? I just walked straight up to a police officer and looked them in the eye. I would like to purchase a cheap skateboard. That is so unsafe. Hold to mount. You know what this reminds me of? I think the reason this game got so popular is because it reminds a lot of people of the original stick RPG Flash game. Because this reminds me of that quite a bit. The one downside of this skateboard, despite it being faster, is that I have to look at how hideous my character is. Nice jump, dude. Oh, you almost made it that time. Oh, nice. You can't even go up a half pipe? Freaking suck, man. This is the worst skateboard ever. This guy needs 8. You need to calm down, sir. I know I'm the dealer. I probably shouldn't be, but I'm concerned for your well-being. What? Ah! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to your car. You'll never catch me. I have a wooden skateboard. I honestly think that if someone gets away from you as a police officer on a wooden skateboard, then you need to retire at that point. Oh, this is my new room. What a nice place. Look at that. Wait, I can take this storage rack. This wasn't even mine. This is the motel's. I can just take it? I can take the TV too. I can take everything. Take the bed. Take the lamp. I'm just just robbing them. Thanks for letting me stay for a week. Alright, I can package. This is how I do. It's like playing RuneScape while you do like important stuff, except this time I'm packaging drugs at the same time. I don't know why I would need 2 beds. I guess if I make a friend, I can have like a sleepover or something. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I don't know why I had to end with that in the frame. Could have just avoided that. What's my advice for today? Everything within moderation. That's, you know what? Normally my advice is not good or it's dumb. Today I'm just giving boring, regular, normal human advice that you could literally read on like probably like on a Christmas card in the supermarket. Can you imagine getting for Christmas, you get a Christmas card and it says everything in moderation, and then the gift is just like $5. There's one last thing I want to do here. Oh, I should not be laughing at that. That's kind of messed up. All right. I hope you have a good day. Goodbye. Come on. To the heavens. It's like a seesaw. I have to get weight on both sides. How would you even explain this to the police when they arrived? In what universe would you be able to explain how this happened?